The starting point for me was the leak in the kitchen roof.
Yeah, I agree.
I think one of my favorite parts about when we started this process, you know, it's a bit devastating when they come in and they take a house down. And a lot of people said it must have been very emotional when we went forward and they demolished the house. And I kind of laughed and said the guy that demolished it was an interesting guy. He walked up to me one day and he said, you know, John, there are a lot of leaks in that roof. And I said, yep, I know. And then he said, you know, John, there's a lot of termite damage on the back side of that house. I said, yep, I know. And he said, you know, John, the heating system didn't go all the way around that house. And I said, yep, I know. And he said, you know, John, that house wasn't very well built. I said, yes, I know. So I kept trying to tell everybody that it wasn't that emotional tearing that house down. It had to be done. So,
Yeah, I agree. It needed a lot of TLC, and we didn't know if it was a tear down or a renovation. And he was the one always repairing the roof or doing the repair work. But I thought, you know, let me try to find an architect or a builder. And I was asking a lot of neighbors, not a lot of great stories of renovations or building homes with contractors. And then I kept seeing the Golden Rule sign. And I thought, you know, let's try that. And I looked them up, and it's kind of a one-stop shop. You have a showroom. We don't have to fight over finishes. We can stand in the room and pick all the finishes together. And we don't have to piecemeal the subs for different parts of the build or the renovation. It was all a one-stop shop, and that was very appealing to us.
So the priorities were a one-stop shop, an excellent reputation, I guess flexibility to do what we wanted to do, whether it's a remodel or a total rebuild. There's a lot of decisions you have to make when you build, and I really think you need to take a lot of time in prepping it, because it's a bit like drinking from a fire hose. But you guys really were able to provide a lot of samples and made the choosing process a lot simpler.
I think too, getting to meet the people as it's coming to life, all the people that are working really take a lot of pride in it. There's a lot of artwork, it's craftsmanship. They're very friendly, they're enjoying what they're doing, and they're happy for us. They're happy to provide for us.
I turned to Golden Rule and said, I really want to be one of your best customers or clients, and I want you to be the best possible home builder. And there's going to be communications issues and problems because there's so many things that are being built and changed and decided. That the decision-making process needs to be very clear, concise, and we've got to communicate well, but we could always strive to be, I want to be the best client you've ever had, and it's really made for a good process and a good relationship in the process. And I really recommend anybody else, if you do that, you know, try to find out what you can do to be the best client.
And really take the time, the planning.
Today we are in Hume, Virginia. We're at a lovely place here on John and Tracy Piper's residence, and we're building a new home for them. John and Tracy came to us looking for someone who could give them the full experience. We here at Golden Rule Builders, we strive to give the client a fun and enjoyable experience. And so they came to us with an existing home already sitting on this same footprint this current house is sitting on, and had to make a decision. Do we remodel or do we rebuild? And so they came to talk to our sales staff, and we evaluated in what the current shape the house was in. And we decided that it would probably be wise to tell them, let's go ahead and build new, due to the fact of some of this situation we found. Leaking roof, some termite damage, things like that. And they overall just wanted to build a new home in the current footprint this one's sitting on. So John and Tracy spent a good 4, 5, 6 months working with our staff as we helped them walk through the steps of making selections, what changes to add. This home is a 5,500 square foot home. It has 3,000 square feet on the first floor, 2,500 finished in the basement. It has 3 fireplaces. It has a number of porches, some covered porch area, overlooking the lake, the 19-acre lake right behind his home. And so once they decided to go ahead with the process, we had them commit to colors, selections, that type of thing. and we started the process of demo. And we really enjoyed seeing just the memories that was in the home, but you know, they were ready to go ahead and start anew and had the process started to build a new home. Currently, we're in the process of trimming the home. This home should be ready early in 2024, and they obviously are excited about it. They are staying on the premises in a small camper trailer while we were building this, and they are truly the best clients. One of the interesting things about this client is that their goal is to be our best client, which makes the process so fun and enjoyable. The process works like this. He's on site. He's able to give input to some selections, questions on site if he needs to change things. And we work together as a team. And that's really what we're about, is making it a fun, enjoyable experience for our client as we make this step-to-step happen day to day.
Everybody wants you to have the home that you really want to have, and they're happy to provide that and work really hard towards that. So that. I just want to say something too. John, we were planning. I'm thinking I'm the wife and I'm going to do the planning and I'm going to pick. But he had some very, very key things that he did. Like the kitchen is the heart.
Yeah.
And the extension of the deck, the covered deck. And that leads to the question about how did we kind of get this vision of the cross. And David came to us one day and he said, I need to put a support beam here. And where would you best like the beam? And one of the options was where it is now. We thought we like that. We like the idea of a cross. Because I came into the process and I made Dennis and John and sometimes Cindy say a little prayer before we met. Because I thought this is a huge thing. It's a leap of faith. There's so many factors out of our hands. And I really felt like it was the manifestation of a miracle because we wanted this home, but could we afford to do this home? Could we find a builder? Could we find the money? How would we make this work?
So at Golden Rule Builders, we are a one-stop shop, and our clients, they really enjoy coming down to our showroom to have the experience of coming in the foyer, and they see our showroom is open so they can actually see the selections there. They get to touch and feel and see what it's going to look like. Some of the items that we choose for like the exterior finishes, the roofing, that type of thing, we do pull from samples. And the experience that they have with our sales staff is that they can actually see the renderings on 3D images. They can actually walk through their home on a 3D rendering to see how will it feel when they walk through from one room to the other, and to get an idea of what it's going to look like.
I could just, my parents would really love this house if they were here.
Would. And I'm looking forward to, I think, talking to Golden Rule, that there is a little party that we have when we get back into the house initially, where people can come back that whatever role they had, framing, roofing, whatever they did, they can come back and we all again kind of celebrate the finished product and that we move in. I think that's a great aspect of something that Golden Rule does. So looking forward to that.